With Sears Canada announcing the closure of several stores, it's a grim outlook for many employees. The company has entered into creditor protection. A meeting to discuss the Saskatchewan government's ban of vehicles with Alberta license plates on job sites in that province was set to happen in Lloydminster later this month. We're down here for the 130th annual exhibition and stampede here in Medicine Hat. Now the gates have just opened and people are starting to trickle in and head to where all the rides and games and entertainment is happening. Recently we've heard police talk a lot about the increasing number of firearms they're seizing in their investigations. But now we have the numbers. Last year there were 20 firearms seized in 13 drug-related investigations. So far this year, 22 weapons have been seized in 9 investigations.
I think with the introduction of methamphetamine into the city here, we've seen increased violence and we've seen increased firearms use.
Emotions running high at a meeting in Bindloss Thursday.
They wanted this job. Sorry.
A fire Monday burning 90,000 acres of land, destroying one man's home and killing 160 cows and calves. Range rider Lester Frank found the first cow badly burned and still half alive.
I see a cow standing there. Basically, her eyes were welded shut. Skin peeled off her.
Out of the 160 cattle destroyed, 100 belong to Ivan Schlott. He said this isn't the first time a fire has spread from the base, but it's the first time he's seen animals die because of it.
They died in a very cruel way, very inhumane, and this has got to stop.
The fire started on CFB Suffield when an unexploded ordnance was detonated. Those who live around the base are outraged and are demanding compensation from the Canadian military, saying not enough was done to stop the fire.
As soon as it hits that fence, it's our problem. And we're sick and tired of this. Things got to change.
Grass on our side of the fence is our livelihood. We all make a living at it.
Now CFB Suffield is responding.
We're a difficult neighbor to have in your neighborhood by nature of what we do. And then when you take an incident like this, it's very frustrating, and the amount of devastation and loss here is significant.
The base says it is launching a full independent investigation into the matter, though it will take time to do. Meanwhile, Lieutenant Colonel Michael Onyu says they plan to meet with those who've been affected by the fire.
We're going to make that happen because I think we need to have that conversation.
Meanwhile, the residents are picking up the pieces and say it will likely be 3 to 5 years before they get back on track.
It's a waste that didn't have to happen. That's the bottom line.
But one foot in front of the other one and just keep pulling through it.
Leah Murray, Chat News. Between fires, live wires, and fallen trees, it was a chaotic night for first responders. Police, fire, and utility crews running all night trying to deal with the damage.
We had every available unit that we had working in the city responding to either fires or downline or down tree calls.
Police called in extra members while every firefighter in the city was brought in to help.
Our total number of staff was about 50 that we had. And as I said, they were spread out across the city.
Several trees fell across major roadways in the city, including Division Avenue in Crescent Heights. A homeowner on 12th Street Northwest watched as 3 trees and a street lamp toppled outside his home.
Noticed that the power light was down in between the second tree, and then I stood outside and watched the third tree to fall.
Rebecca Lytle had the tree next door to her home come crashing down on her car and her house on the Southwest Hill.
It's cracked the wall and stuff on the inside for sure. So, and it's taken out, there's a hole, you can't really see it, but the roof is all caved in there, and then the car too. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a car under there. Many homes have sustained similar damage, which the city says is extensive and widespread. Tree trimming businesses say they're swamped trying to help people clean up.
We work in rain, shine, wind, doesn't matter what the weather is. We're out here all the time trying to clear the trees away, get stuff done.
Merrick Brown with the city says it will take some time to get everything cleaned up as there is debris scattered throughout the city.
We stay 10 meters back from any power line, let our crews work. They're working as hard as they can, as best they can.
Luckily, officials say there have been no reports of anyone being injured in Medicine Hat because of the